Want to speak real Filipino from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at filipinopod101.com.
Hi, I'm Erica, and welcome to Filipino Top Words. Today we are going to learn 10 phrases to amaze native speakers. Salamat pero sa totoo lang, hindi ako isang native speaker. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. Salamat pero sa totoo lang, hindi ako isang native speaker. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. If you start learning now, you'll be one of those few foreigners who can amaze Filipinos. Isang taon lang ang kinailangan ko para maging mahusay sa pagsasalita. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. Isang taon lang ang kinailangan ko para maging mahusay sa pagsasalita. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. So, I don't know how easy actually Filipino is for foreign people. I don't know if in 1 year you'll be able to speak it. Probably like the basics of it, right? Because Filipino, you don't really need to learn new alphabet. And also, some of the words are in Spanish. So if you kind of know Spanish, then you would most probably understand some of the words. But for you to be able to speak 1 year, I think is fine. But for you to be able to actually understand all the nuances in the language, then 1 year is probably a bit too short. Makakapagsalita ako ng Filipino gaya ng isang Pilipino sa loob ng 3 taon. I'll speak Filipino like a native speaker in 3 years. Makakapagsalita ako ng Filipino gaya ng isang Pilipino sa loob ng 3 taon. I'll speak Filipino like a native speaker in 3 years. That's actually a good target, right? But of course, there's still so many things that you won't be, probably like inside jokes, right? Like, or especially since Filipino language is, like any other language, is continuously evolving, right? Because we have lots of slang now, right? Like slang that you get from American slang, and then also gay lingo, right? So all of those words. And then usually when you learn Filipino, you won't get to hear those slang or like street words. And most people actually use a bit of like casual. They only use really formal Filipino in say formal situations, formal settings. So this is a good target, but good luck. 10 taon na akong nag-aaral ng Filipino. I've been learning Filipino for 10 years. 10 taon na akong nag-aaral ng Filipino. I've been learning Filipino for 10 years. That's actually very good. I mean, for us, like English, we take so many years and still there's some things that you cannot understand. So for instance, we learn English, like standard English, right? And then you talk to, say, an American or to a British person. And then there are so many words that you cannot understand. But you cannot understand them because these are like, but it's like the usage of the words is different from how you learned it from the dictionary. Sometimes when you speak to them, you sound so formal. 10 years is very good. Kaya kong manood ng mga pelikulang Filipino nang walang subtitle. I can watch Filipino movies without subtitles. Kaya kong manood ng mga pelikulang Filipino nang walang subtitle. I can watch Filipino movies without subtitles. We are releasing so many indie movies recently. Those are really good movies, so please watch Filipino movies. And if you can see them without subtitles, very good. Kaya kong magkabisa ng higit kumulang mga 50 bagong salitang Filipino kada araw. I can memorize around 50 new Filipino words a day. Kaya kong magkabisa ng higit kumulang mga 50 bagong salitang Filipino kada araw. I can memorize around 50 new Filipino words a day. Oh, that's very impressive. I don't have memories. Masaya at madaling aralin ang Filipino. Filipino is fun and easy to learn. Masaya at madaling aralin ang Filipino. Filipino is fun and easy to learn. Yeah, which actually it is, right? I think it's easier compared to, say, Japanese or Chinese. Because as I've said, first, Filipino, you don't need to learn new alphabet, which immediately makes it easy, right? Because learning a new alphabet is is very hard, right? I mean, if you say, for example, walk in the streets and then you can read the signs, that's already something. Because say you go to Japan, then you see all the signs and you cannot read kanji or hiragana or katakana, right? Then you cannot, it's like as if you're lost. But at least with Filipino, then you can immediately read the signs. And then the next thing is, you learn the words. Naintindihan ko ang lahat ng sinabi mo. I completely understood everything you said. Naintindihan ko ang lahat ng sinabi mo. I completely understood everything you said. Yeah, so when someone tells you this, then they're amazed. Yeah, so that's why they're just like, oh, great. So for example, someone tells you this very long explanation about something. Then, as a Filipino, you can simply say, gets ko. Because that's very Filipino actually, which means, I got it. Marami akong alam na slang sa Filipino. I know a lot of slang words in Filipino. Marami akong alam na slang sa Filipino. I know a lot of slang words in Filipino. It depends also when you use the slang words because not in all circumstances can you use slang words, right? Especially if you're just meeting someone for the first time, then you would want to be a bit more formal. Then becoming too formal is not natural. It can be seen as sarcastic even. Actually, I think the key to being thought of as fluent is like getting this balance of being like casual, natural, and also a bit like more formal, right? I think so. Nakakabasa na ako ng nobela sa Filipino. I can now read a novel in Filipino. Nakakabasa na ako ng nobela sa Filipino. I can now read a novel in Filipino, which is very good. If you read actual like old Filipino novels, it's very, what do you call this, like flowery. It's like it really evokes emotions when you read Filipino novels. It's actually hard to write in really, say, old poetic Filipino now. So that's it for today's Filipino top words. What sentence would you say to amaze us? But actually, we're easily amazed, so don't hesitate to write anything down below or comment, because you might comment negative things, right? Okay. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see other videos like this, then head on to filipinopod101.com. See you in the next lesson.
Naintindihan ko ang lahat ng sinabi mo.
Marami akong alam. Inay, ito na po ang inyong pansit. Na binili ko sa kanto. Inay, wag mo akong iwan, inay.
How are your Filipino listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Nagpo-broadcast ng ulat panahon sa TV. Alin ang ulat panahon para sa darating na linggo? Heto ang ulat panahon para sa darating na linggo. Sa unang bahagi ng linggo, sa karaniwan ay magiging maaraw, ngunit magiging maulap paminsan-minsan. Sa ikalawang bahagi ng linggo, magiging kalat-kalat ang mga kaulapan at uulan sa ilang mga lugar. Sa gitna ng linggo, magkakaroon ng ilang malakas na pag-ulan. Ang pinakamataas na temperatura ay magiging pareho sa karaniwang temperatura sa buong taon, at ito ay tataas ng 20 degrees sa unang bahagi ng linggo. Ngunit sa pagtatapos ng linggo, ito ay magiging mas mababa kaysa karaniwan at patuloy na bababa mula 18 degrees hanggang 15 degrees. Ang pinakamababang temperatura ay mananatiling 7 hanggang 8 degrees, temperatura na mas mababa kaysa karaniwan. Magiging maaraw bukas, araw ng linggo, at magkakaroon tayo ng perpektong panahon para sa isang bakasyon. Alin ang ulat panahon para sa darating na linggo? Nagpo-broadcast ng ulat panahon sa TV. Alin ang ulat panahon para sa darating na linggo? Heto ang ulat panahon para sa darating na linggo. Sa unang bahagi ng linggo, sa karaniwan ay magiging maaraw, ngunit magiging maulap paminsan-minsan. Sa ikalawang bahagi ng linggo, Magiging kalat-kalat ang mga kaulapan at uulan sa ilang mga lugar. Sa gitna ng linggo, magkakaroon ng ilang malakas na pag-ulan. Ang pinakamataas na temperatura ay magiging pareho sa karaniwang temperatura sa buong taon, at ito ay tataas ng 20 degrees sa unang bahagi ng linggo. Ngunit sa pagtatapos ng linggo, ito ay magiging mas mababa kaysa karaniwan at patuloy na bababa mula 18 degrees hanggang 15 degrees. Ang pinakamababang temperatura ay mananatiling 7 hanggang 8 degrees, temperatura na mas mababa kaysa karaniwan. Magiging maaraw bukas, araw ng linggo, at magkakaroon tayo ng perpektong panahon para sa isang bakasyon.
Want to speak real Filipino from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at filipinopod101.com. You are at a bus terminal where you are waiting for your bus. There's a notice posted at the bus stop about a new bus route that will be introduced next year. What is the main advantage of this new bus route? What is the main advantage of this new bus route? The introduction of the new bus eases congestion for each bus on the 301 route.
Ang panibagong bus ay makakapagpaluwag ng traffic para sa bawat bus sa 301 na ruta ng bus.
Today we're going to talk about 4 techniques to help you stop translating in your head and instead start thinking in your target language. This will allow you to have conversations with ease, read smoothly, and better understand native speakers. These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1, surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2, learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3, speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4, practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better. Follow these steps and have patience. You'll soon be able to achieve your language learning goals. Just make sure to remember these 4 methods. Sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start learning more every day.
How are your Filipino listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
May isang babaeng tumatawag sa telepono para magpareserba ng mga tiket para sa isang dula. Aling 2 upuan ang kanyang nakuha?
Hello, ito ang Blackfriars Playhouse. Anong maipaglilingkod ko?
Gusto ko sanang bumili ng 2 tiket para sa King Lear ng alas 5:30 ngayong gabi. Mayroon pa bang upuang natitira?
Mayroon pang ilang upuan na natitira. Pero pasensya na at wala na kaming upuan na magkatabi. Kung ayos lang sa inyo, mabibigyan ko kayo ng 2 magkahiwalay na silya.
Okay, ayos lang sa amin.
Mayroon ba kayong mga particular na pangangailangan?
Mayroon ba kayong mga upuan sa pasilyo?
Oo, mayroon kaming upuan sa pasilyo sa kaliwa ng gitnang seksyon. At sa kanan noon, pagitan ng tatlong upuan, may isa pa kaming libreng upuan.
Sa gilid? Okay, sige. Pakireserba ang upuang yun.
Agad din. Yung isa pa,
May iba pa ba kayong upuan na malapit sa gitna?
ang mga natitirang upuan na lang sa gitnang seksyon ay ang mga nasa una hanggang ikatlong hilera.
Hindi ako sabik na matalsikan ng mga laway ng mga aktor, kaya...
Medyo may kalilitan ang kwartong ito, kaya sa palagay ko, masisiyahan pa rin kayo kahit na nasa dulo kayo ng hilera sa gilid.
Talaga? Kung ganon, sige. Kukunin ko na ang upuan na nabanggit mo na nasa kaliwang banda. Aling dalawang upuan ang kanyang nakuha? May isang babaeng tumatawag sa telepono para magpareserba ng mga tiket para sa isang dula. Aling dalawang upuan ang kanyang nakuha?
Hello, ito ang Blackfriars Playhouse. Anong maipaglilingkod ko?
Gusto ko sanang bumili ng 2 tiket para sa King Lear ng alas 5:30 ngayong gabi. Mayroon pa bang upuang natitira?
Mayroon pang ilang upuan na natitira, pero pasensya na at wala na kaming upuan na magkatabi. Kung ayos lang sa inyo, mabibigyan ko kayo ng 2 magkahiwalay na silya.
Okay, ayos lang sa amin.
Mayroon ba kayong mga particular na pangangailangan?
Mayroon ba kayong mga upuan sa pasilyo?
Oo, mayroon kaming upuan sa pasilyo sa kaliwa ng gitnang seksyon. At sa kanan noon, pagitan ng tatlong upuan, may isa pa kaming libreng upuan.
Sa gilid? Okay, sige. Pakireserba ang upuang yun.
Agad din. Yung isa pa,
May iba pa ba kayong upuan na malapit sa gitna?
ang mga natitirang upuan na lang sa gitnang seksyon ay ang mga nasa una hanggang ikatlong hilera.
Hindi ako sabik na matalsikan ng mga laway ng mga aktor, kaya...
Medyo may kalilitan ang kwartong ito, kaya sa palagay ko, masisiyahan pa rin kayo kahit na nasa dulo kayo ng hilera sa gilid.
Talaga? Kung ganon, sige. Kukunin ko na ang upuan na nabanggit mo na nasa kaliwang banda.
Hello guys and welcome to Filipino Top Words. I'm Erica and for today we will learn about the 10 compliments you always want to hear. Ang guwapo mo. You're handsome. 2 possible circumstances. First, if the person is really, really handsome. Second, if you want something from that person. So, for example, you want something done for you. You go to this person and say, "Oh, ang gwapo mo. Pwede bang pakitulungan ako?" In English, "You're handsome. Can you help me with this?" Ang galing mo. Or, "You're good." But this is very nice to hear, right? If your boss tells you, "Oh, you're good at what you do. Keep doing it." Then you say, "Oh, thank you. Can you raise my salary?" Right? So it's not about you being kind, but it's more about you were able to do something. Like you excelled at something. So in sports, for instance, or as I've said, in your job, you were able to do something very nice, then this is a proper compliment. So also if your friend helped you, and this friend actually did a very good job, for instance, then you would also say, "Ang galing mo," or "You're good." Mahusay kang kaibigan. You are an awesome friend. I don't really say this to my friends. I mean, we have more of like a love-hate kind of relationship. So, I mean, it's good if you actually say this more to people that you are not so close to. Yeah, because once you get close to a person, then you can actually insult this person.
Yeah.
And that's more like the kind of friendship that you will get, like more of like love-hate kind of, right? But then, of course, you want to compliment because compliments actually make you feel nice. And when you feel nice, you do things much nicer. So, this is something that you can tell your friend. You are an awesome friend. Mahusay kang kaibigan. Mas maganda palalo ang iyong kalooban kaysa sa iyong panlabas na anyo. Your inside is even more beautiful than your outside. I think if I'm your friend, I won't even like this because I want my outside to be more beautiful than my inside. Because I'm vain like that. I don't care about what you think of me inside. As long as you think I'm beautiful. I think more people are going to like that one. I mean, if you tell this to someone, what would that person say? And this person would probably say, "What do you think of me? I'm not beautiful on the outside." Right? It's not so nice, but you can try. Let's see how far you will go. But it's actually nice to compliment people inside. Kahanga-hanga ang iyong resume. Your resume is impressive. And this is very helpful when you are you're being interviewed. And if you hear this phrase, then that means you have a good chance of getting the job, because that means your resume is actually very impressive for them. But sometimes, you know how HR people are, right? They just tell you, "Oh, your resume is very impressive, but I'm sorry, we found someone with a more impressive resume than you." So if someone tells you, "Oh, your resume is very impressive," then it also tells you that, okay, you're on the right track of whatever you want to be, right? So I think that's very helpful. Magaling or great job. Saya no, great job. So this is a common phrase, common compliment that you will hear. So you can use it in many different circumstances, like you accomplished something. So if you also troubleshoot something, you're able to do it, then your boss will say, "Oh, that's good job," or "great job," "better job," "best job."
Greatest job.
Bestest job. Bagay sa'yo ang jacket na yan. That jacket looks nice on you. After you compliment them on the inside, you also compliment them on the outside, right? But your compliment only goes to the jacket, not poor person. You can change jacket into whatever things. Bagay is, it fits you, right? So when you say bagay, other than it meaning a thing, right? Bagay also means it suits you. So you can say, that dress suits you. So bagay sa'yo ang bestida na yan. Or that hat suits you for whatever reason you're wearing a hat, right? So, or those glasses suit you. So that's actually a very useful compliment to learn. Maganda ang taste mo. You have good taste. So this is a very nice compliment if someone tells you, "Oh, you have very good taste in, say, furniture," right?
Furniture.
Or in clothes, or on, house decor, right? That's a very nice, because that means, we use the same word actually, taste. But usually we just say, maganda ang taste mo. Or okay ang taste mo, right? Okay ang taste mo. Which all means you have good taste. Maganda ang iyong ngiti. Your smile is beautiful. I think you only say this to your prospective partners. You don't say this to your friends, right? Because if you say this to your friends, they'll be like, "What is wrong with you?" Right? So, maganda means beautiful. So you can replace ngiti with many other things. So you can say, bag. Maganda ang iyong bag. Or, your bag is beautiful. Or, maganda ang iyong buhok. Or, your hair is nice. Right? Maganda ang iyong damit. Or, your clothes are nice. So you can change ngiti to something more appropriate for the occasion. But if you're courting someone, maganda ang iyong ngiti can actually help. But then, whoever you're courting is going to be like, "What?" I think it would be much better if you say, "Maganda ang ngipin mo." You have good teeth. Ang ganda mo. You look gorgeous. Or you look beautiful. Or you look pretty, depending on the level of prettiness, right? Ang ganda mo, which means you look gorgeous or you look beautiful. Or you can also say, ang cute mo, right? Which means you look cute. And we say this like for small people. "Ah, you're so cute," right? I have two close friends who are very, very petite. And they're really, really cute. They're like my kids. They're so cute. So, if you want to say that she or he is very, very beautiful, then you can just repeat words. So, ang ganda-ganda mo, ang galing-galing mo, right?
So that means
And then you can
very-
change your tone to make it sarcastic. So if you think that this person is actually not really good at this job, but you want to be sarcastic and say, ang galing-galing mo. And we like being sarcastic in Filipino, so you will hear that a lot. And that's it for today's lesson, and hope you learned something new. If you have heard any of these, comment them down below, and what do you think is the most useful among these things? Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and if you want to learn more Filipino, visit filipinopod101.com. Hanggang sa muli, la la la.
Want to speak real Filipino from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at filipinopod101.com.
May isang babae na nagtatanong sa isang lalaki sa visitor center kung paano pumunta sa paliparan. Saan siya sunod na pupunta? Mawalang galang lang, gusto ko sanang pumunta sa paliparan. Maari mo bang sabihin sa akin kung paano pumunta doon?
Oo naman, may mga ilang paraan para makarating doon. Kung gagamitin mo ang bus number 1, aabutin ka ng 1.5 oras hanggang makarating ka sa paliparan, pero ang bayad dito ang pinakamura. Kung gagamit ka ng bus number 2, aabutin ka ng 50 minuto dahil ito ay isang non-stop bus, pero isang beses lang ito sa isang oras bumabiyahe. Medyo may kamahalan din ito.
Ah, kung taxi kaya?
Oo, may taxi stand sa harap ng visitor center at aabutin ka ng isang oras. Pero siguradong magiging mas mahal ang bayad sa taxi kaysa sa mga bus dahil gumagamit sila ng expressway at sumisingil sila ng extra para sa malalaking bagahe.
Ah, hindi ko inaasahan yan. Masyadong mahal para sa akin.
Nga pala, may binili ba kayong kahit ano sa shopping plaza? May kasamang shuttle service mula plaza hanggang paliparan para sa mga bisitang may biniling kahit ano sa plaza.
Wow, hindi ko alam yan. Hindi pa pero plano ko namang mamili ng pasalubong.
Eh di magagamit niyo yun?
Saan siya sunod na pupunta? May isang babae na nagtatanong sa isang lalaki sa visitor center kung paano pumunta sa paliparan. Saan siya sunod na pupunta? Mawalang galang lang, gusto ko sanang pumunta sa paliparan. Maari mo bang sabihin sa akin kung paano pumunta doon?
Oo naman, may mga ilang paraan para makarating doon. Kung gagamitin mo ang bus number 1, aabutin ka ng 1.5 oras hanggang makarating ka sa paliparan, pero ang bayad dito ang pinakamura. Kung gagamit ka ng bus number 2, aabutin ka ng 50 minuto dahil ito ay isang non-stop bus, pero isang beses lang ito sa isang oras bumabiyahe. Medyo may kamahalan din ito.
Ah, kung taxi kaya?
Oo, may taxi stand sa harap ng visitor center at aabutin ka ng isang oras. Pero siguradong magiging mas mahal ang bayad sa taxi kaysa sa mga bus dahil gumagamit sila ng expressway at sumisingil sila ng extra para sa malalaking bagahe.
Ah, hindi ko inaasahan yan. Masyadong mahal para sa akin.
Nga pala, may binili ba kayong kahit ano sa shopping plaza? May kasamang shuttle service mula plaza hanggang paliparan para sa mga bisitang may biniling kahit ano sa plaza.
Wow, hindi ko alam yan. Hindi pa pero plano ko namang mamili ng pasalubong.
Eh di magagamit niyo yun?
May isang lalaking nagrereklamo tungkol sa mga produktong binili niya online. Ano ang kanyang ipapapalit? Opo, ito ang linya para sa customer service.
Mawalang galang lang. Kakarating lang ng mga pinamili ko pero hindi ito ang mga in-order ko.
Pasensya na po. Ano po ba ang mali sa mga naipadala sa inyo?
Ang in-order ko ay jacket na may 3 butones pero itong nakuha ko ay may 2 lang.
Ah, maling modelo po siguro yung naipadala. Pasensya na po talaga kayo. Papapalitan po namin agad kaya maaari niyo po bang ipadala sa amin ang freight collect?
Oo, at ang shirt na in-order ko ay iba sa nakita ko sa inyong website. Hindi ito ang inasahan ko kaya gusto ko rin sanang ibalik.
Ano po ang iba?
Ang akala ko, t-shirt ito na walang kolyar, pero polo shirt pala ito na may kolyar.
Ah, naintindihan ko. Ginupit niyo na po ba ang tag?
Oo, pero hindi talaga ito kamukha ng nasa larawan. Pwede ko pa rin ba itong isauli?
Sir, mayroon po kami nito sa parehong may kolyar at wala. Ayon po sa aming datos, pinili po ninyo ang may kolyar.
Talaga? E di kung ganoon, mukhang mali pala ang napili kong damit.
Maari po kaming magpalit ng produkto hanggat nakakabit ang tag. Pero mahirap na pong gawin yun kapag natanggal na ang tag.
Kung ganoon, maaari bang pakipalitan na lang ang jacket?
Sigurado po. Pasensya na po sa abala. Ano ang kanyang ipapapalit? May isang lalaking nagrereklamo tungkol sa mga produktong binili niya online. Ano ang kanyang ipapapalit? Opo, ito ang linya para sa customer service.
Mawalang galang lang. Kakarating lang ng mga pinamili ko pero hindi ito ang mga in-order ko.
Pasensya na po. Ano po ba ang mali sa mga naipadala sa inyo?
Ang in-order ko ay jacket na may 3 botones pero itong nakuha ko ay may 2 lang.
Maling modelo po siguro yung naipadala. Pasensya na po talaga kayo. Papapalitan po namin agad kaya maaari niyo po bang ipadala sa amin ang freight collect?
Oo, at ang shirt na in-order ko ay iba sa nakita ko sa inyong website. Hindi ito ang inasahan ko kaya gusto ko rin sanang ibalik.
Ano po ang iba?
Ang akala ko, t-shirt ito na walang kolyar, pero polo shirt pala ito na may kolyar.
Naintindihan ko. Ginupit niyo na po ba ang tag?
Oo, pero hindi talaga ito kamukha ng nasa larawan. Pwede ko pa rin ba itong isauli?
Sir, mayroon po kami nito sa parehong may kolyar at wala. Ayon po sa aming datos, pinili po ninyo ang may kolyar.
Talaga? E di kung ganoon, mukhang mali pala ang napili kong damit.
Maari po kaming magpalit ng produkto hanggat nakakabit ang tag. Pero mahirap na pong gawin yon kapag natanggal na ang tag.
Kung ganoon, maaari bang pakipalitan na lang ang jacket?
Sigurado po. Pasensya na po sa abala.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time.